Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Upchat with some more hype action as we get some more cards. Let's face it, tonight is probably going to be support cards and whatnot. Most likely, if I was a betting man, I'd say Ionia, but let's see, like obviously to go with Irelia, but let's see what we get tonight. Let's get into this! Okay, so I was right, but also wrong, because there are some Ionian cards, but only 2 of them. We're also getting some Targon and some Sharima, so let's get in and see what we've got for us today. Okay, so let's go boom, straight with the Targon over here. So, ooh, we're actually getting more Daybreak cards, because let's face it, Leona's had nothing for a very long time, so actually giving her something else in terms of Daybreak cards. I really thought that Sharima would have Daybreak as well, because obviously being a sunny region, but because it would be a cross region to go into, but we didn't get that. But let's go into this. So it's a 2-cost 2-3, which is not bad stats. Like for a 2-cost, that's not bad stats at all. Daybreak, stun the strongest enemy. So more stun synergy in Targon, meaning that Yasuo wants to break up his relationship with Noxus and Swain in order to get himself over to Targon with Malphite and Leona. Because immediately there was some Leona decks that were running Yasuo, because obviously once you start getting Daybreak stuff out, she starts stunning things, and then that's working. And actually, this thing, if Leona's leveled up and you play this, it should mean that you get 2 stuns off of it, because obviously Leona's leveled up. Whenever you play a Daybreak card, stuns the strongest, and this is going to be stunning the strongest, so therefore you should be stunning 2 different things with this. So it's actually quite powerful to help that archetype be a thing. Let's face it, that archetype has been dead for a while, so it's good to see this going back. So obviously, like I was stunning the strong, I said it's actually like a not too bad 2-cost. You already have like the shield bearer in that range, but it's not like, it's still cheap. It's still cheap Daybreak, which is not bad. Like that's what Leona's kind of aiming for with the Slurry Soldier, the shield bearer, this now, and like the Zenith Blades, and then you got the Always Sunny guy. But that's besides the point. Really, and also I guess the lifesteal guy as well. But anyway, actually, like not a bad hit, and as I said, to help Leona, which I said Leona's been kind of dead for a while, so it's starting to bring her back. Now we go on to the Targon landmark. So let's face it, Targon does need, like we've already seen landmarks from Targon, but you need as many as possible to justify Malphite. So I can understand why they're giving us. Let's have a little look here. So the Eye of Ra-Hora. Harok. So the Eye of Ra-Harok, which is cooldown 1. So like this will be activating next turn. Stun the 2 weeks. So you ain't getting more stun synergy working in there. But Daybreak. So you get another Daybreak card. Summon a copy of me with what? So wait. Let me just get this clear, right? So technically, Yasuo works really well here, because that's already counting to, like, near enough his whole level up. His whole level up is 5, and that is technically, potentially 4 stuns. It depends on how your opponent develops. Like, if they've not got a big enough ball to at least hit 4, they're not going to develop if they know that you've got Yasuo, so it might not hit. But the fact that that's stun 2 of the weakest, and then, like, summon an exact copy with, so the next turn, it's gonna be hitting 2, and then the turn after, it's gonna be hitting the weakest 2 as well. So much stunts it, but not only that. Let's just point out as well. That's not even another crazy bit. Another crazy bit in this deck is the simple fact that Malphite's level up is summon. Is it 11 or 12 plus landmarks? This landmark on its own is going to be basically summoning 10 mana's worth of landmark if played on Daybreak, because it's summoning an exact copy, like summoning a copy of me, meaning it's another 5-cost landmark, meaning that you have basically, not only have you near enough leveled Yasuo, you've near enough leveled Malphite as well. So I mean, they're trying to put those 2 together. They're like, Yasuo and Malphite, kiss. You know you want to. I mean, that's actually looking like it might be his better home. Because I know that some people are thinking that his better home would be Sharima. Because admittedly, Sharima's got a lot of landmarks. It's obviously got Tally, which is going to be helping with landmarks, especially because she can summon copies of landmarks. But when Malphite levels, he's not really got a lot that's helping synergize with landmarks or anything like that, like once he levels. So there's no big benefit to him other than stun mechanics, which obviously hit him with Yasuo. So these are cards which are just gonna be to synchronize it. Like, Yasuo could be a thing, people, again. Oh, I mean, I definitely will be building a Yasuo deck with Malphite, because they're pushing it so much, it has to be done, right? And with this landmark, I said, it's pretty much the level up for both of those champions, and so that is devastating when you think about it. I'm just trying to think, like, you know, maybe Noxus, because, like, which you've got there's potential synergy of Noxus with Swain in the ability that you can use a lot of Ravenous Flocks and like get some benefit like out of those stuns, as well as obviously getting the bit, like, you know, there is somewhat, you might say, a point to that as well, but you're not getting as much value as Yasuo actually doing damage and killing these things. So anyway, that's Tarkov with it for this. Let's get into some Ionian cards. So the first one, Shadows of the Past. Recall each ally and summon a living shadow in its place. 5 cast, fast speed. I mean, Zed's in the picture, and obviously it's summoning living shadows, but they're not really, it doesn't really synergize that well with Zed, because it's recalling each ally and summoning this in its place. So this doesn't help level Zed, because Zed will be one of the units recalled. It will help if you've got a big board of like little tiny things that you kind of don't want to waste, but you want to put them into a trade, and then so this is more kind of if you're making a deck whereby you're going wide on the board and they're little tiny things, and like, you know, like your opponent's like, oh, I can block these, or I can, or you personally, when you're using this, like you put all your tiny things forward for a block, use this spell, immediately they go into free damage, like 3/2s who are going to be ephemeral anyway. So there is the chance of using there. Also, I guess, actually no, because it says because it's actually, I guess you could go into the attack with those, like, so you could do this and then go into the attack, which would help with Hoofman. So obviously, because there's a little bit of synergy between Zed and Hoofman anyway, in the fact that so Hecarim I'm talking about here from Shadow Isles, so that's going to be helping because they're all going to be ephemeral, so it's going to help level him up. So there's slight synergies that's going to be in here, but it's not really helping to level Zed. And but as I said, for small units, for a big trade, as well as the fact you're recalling them and getting them back out onto the field, I guess if you've got things that have got really good reusability, by that I mean like really good battle cry effects, or like when I'm saying battle cry, I'm talking about Hearthstone. Really good play effects. You can then play or summon effects. You can play them again and get those effects again, while also still getting like a good trade off on your opponent's side. So there are some synergies. It's just not. It's just the fact that Zed's on the card, and it doesn't really work with Zed that well in terms of the fact that it would recall him, so he wouldn't get the level up. But if you're looking at the ephemeral side of this, it does mean that it could work well with Hecarim. It does also mean that it is, if you're playing play effect units or summon effect units, getting them back and doing another summon is not bad at all, right? I would say this is another thing that you could kind of put with the field musicians, but yet again, it would also be recalling the field musician, because it is recall each ally. So yet again, it's one of those things where it could be used with them, but then it can't be used with them because it's not actually, the synergy wouldn't work between those two because you're recalling that unit anyway. But if you do have things that have got good play effects, that's going to be good. Let's quickly go on to the other Ionian card. So this, okay, right, so this Ionian card actually, because I'm just seeing when I'm recalled. So this Ionian card is already working with it, which is the Dancing Droplet, which is 1 mana, 1/1, elusive, and it's got a tune. So upon playing this, it will give you a mana, as well as the fact that obviously, like, it's going to be an elusive 1/1. When I'm recalled, draw 1. So it's giving you the incentive, right? It's giving you the incentive to recall this unit and then play it again, because, like, you know, at least you know that from recalling it, you're at least drawing, which admittedly, Ionia's got some draw, but most of it is spell draw. The only kind of straight up draw in Ionia, I think, is the assassin, right? The elusive assassin, which yet again is a play effect, so you could definitely use, like, you could block with them, recall using Shadows of the Past, and then play them again to get another draw, as well as that obviously you'd be getting a draw off of this. So it's actually just giving Ionia a little bit more draw. Actually, like a field musician as well as another way of drawing that was recently added to Ionia, but most of it is spell draw. So it's actually nice to see some draw going into Ionia. It kind of can help the region out in a long way, in a long way. So it's good to see. It's good to see. So yet again, and also I guess that recall stuff could work with Yasuo. So it's yet again kind of putting it in there, but this would recall Yasuo himself. Like, this card would actually, I don't know why I clicked it like that, would actually recall Yasuo as well, meaning that he wouldn't get off his to be fair, it's recall your own units, so it's not recall, it's not doing stun, sorry, so ignore that, but it would help towards his level up, right? It would help towards his level up in terms of the fact that you are recalling things, but you would have to replay him again if he was on the field of battle, which admittedly is quite a huge cost to pay to have to to look for that loss of tempo. So that's the one thing I would say about this card. And obviously this card kind of helps it out. Is it enough? We'll find out, right? Because I said, like I said, with Hoofman, that's actually really good synergy. So, and obviously any play effects or summon effects, that's really good synergy. So it depends on what kind of deck you build. Anyway, let's get on to the Sharima cards right now. So we've got a 4-cost 5/3 Profiteer. When I'm summoned, create a Lucky Find in hand, which Lucky Find, obviously, as we know, can add certain buffs, be it plus stats, be it Overwhelm, Fearsome, Challenge, whatever that, Spell Shield, whatever the hell else. I can't remember exactly everything that's in there, but it's giving you the opportunity. What's also important is to know that it's got 5 damage, therefore meaning that it's helping you towards the reputation. So if you're running anything with reputation, just bear in mind that Sivir, her actual spell, works off of reputation, and I can't remember whether there's anything. I don't know. Obviously, Noxus has a lot of reputation, but I can't remember how much reputation is actually in Sharima right now off the top of my head. But obviously, there's options there, as well as the fact that the other Sharima card is Merciless Hunter, which I will put up on the screen because I know that my face is covering it, which is a 3-cost 4/3 with Fearsome, play effect, grant an ally vulnerable, meaning that, yeah, again, you can grab it. The only thing I would say about this one is it's only got the 4 attack stat rather than the 5 attack stat, so it's not actually helping you towards, wherever I just said before, reputation or retribution, wherever the hell I said. The words my mind is just forgetting right now. But it doesn't help towards that, but obviously it can help you with Renekton in terms of its vulnerable maker, so potentially like a use in that. I don't actually know how good. Oh no, the other one is obviously the Skull Crusher, or that I always call it, the Bone Crusher, who like goes down in cost once you've hit reputation. But that's besides the point. It's not really used, that card. That's the thing I was gonna say. So whether or not this card will see play, we will find out. There's actually a lot of vulnerable makers in Sharima, and obviously this card might become even that Fearsome is quite good. I will say for that stat Fearsome's quite good, so we might actually see play in that front with fearsomeness of it, as well as like, because I did do the deck Assert Dominance, and this card could probably make its way into that deck, the Assert Dominance deck, so I could see that as being a thing. Also Pike in the future, he's not getting in this time, but potentially next time. The vulnerable makers, especially like the landmarks, all the other things, like if Pike is to do a vulnerable, which is what we're assuming Pike will involve, but we do not know, but there's the potential that they're setting that up, because bear in mind, some things they will be setting up for down the future, like Field Musician is probably going to work with Irelia in some way, because she's probably going to be summoning blades, which is going to be, like, obviously we don't know yet until we see the champion, but obviously some of these cards will be setups. But this is obviously working for Yasuo and Malphite being a thing together. Most of these cards, or slash Leona and Yasuo being a thing, which I'm not gonna lie, I'd be up for that. I'd be up for like building that deck and seeing how that goes and whatnot. Some good cards all around, but the question is, what do you think? So yes, what do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below, as well as the fact that obviously, if you didn't know already, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to, as well as the fact that there is the Discord link down below. So if you want to get in there, start talking about deck creation, start talking about ideas and such, or just talking about the new cards in general and letting me know what you think about them, as well as the comments, you could get into the Discord and have a lovely conversation there, because we've built a lovely community in that Discord. So if you want to be a part of it, feel free, as well as the fact that this month on the 15th and 16th I will be running a tournament that will most likely be taking place in that Discord, whereby you can win yourself, I just widget thrown one of the cards off the blue card, you can win yourself these lovely Twisted Fate cards on this little stand. There are a few cash prizes as well as there is a, a special prize for whoever comes with the memeiest lineup. The whole lineup being full of memes, because it's Gomez, and Gomez loves the memes. So if that sounds like fun to you, yet again, the Discord is going to be the best place for you to go if you want to ask about it. But thank you all so much for watching. This channel would be nothing without all of you, as I always say. Like, I've got an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers on YouTube and Twitch, and honestly, YouTube is doing really well, and that's because of you. I said this channel would be nothing. It's all up to you. I'm just a curly-haired, mustachioed man with a dream of doing this for a living, and you guys are helping that come true. So with every like, comment, subscribe, just viewing the video, it matters and it makes a big deal. So thank you all so much. I hope you have a great day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is. Hopefully see you tomorrow for some more card reveals and my thoughts on them. Let's go. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.